All right, day 2. Welcome back to the channel. Last video you guys saw us getting to work on this 1JZ, getting everything resealed, getting new cam seals put in it, getting new valve stem seals put in it, some front and rear main seals, and off camera we actually got the timing done and everything resealed back up. So the engine should be fully ready to go. We did take a little bit of time this morning to throw some vacuum caps on here, get like the fuel line down there hooked up, just like the hard to reach stuff when it's in the car. We got done out of the car. So that being said, William, our goal for today is to try to get a clutch and a flywheel and a trans put on this engine, get a drivetrain made, and get it put into the car. Should be pretty easy, to be honest. Installing a clutch, flywheel, and putting a trans in a car isn't like a ton of work. It's just a lot of heavy lifting, and unfortunately it is just Willie and I here today. We do not have any help. So first things first, we got to get our engine crane set up. This thing is a little sketchy. We broke one of the casters off, but luckily the weight of the engine and trans kind of sits on these 4 wheels up here, so hopefully we're not going to drop this thing on us and break both of our legs, but we're hopeful. We were able to use this to get it out of the truck, so I think we're looking good there. But the first step here is we got to get this engine off of the stand, get a flywheel and clutch put on it, and then we can attach our transmission and kind of go from there.
We've done like 10 engine installs before, so hopefully this one is uneventful.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're looking for uneventful. We want easy today. It's gonna be a pretty short day today. I think our goal really just for today is to get everything in the car and to see that major transformation, to see this thing with a drivetrain in it the first time, and then we can kind of come back next weekend and do everything around it. Fuel system, cooling system, all the wiring, all that. A bunch of little work, a bunch of hanging out in the engine bay and messing around. So this is the meat and potatoes. I'm super excited for this. I have yet to install a 1J into one of these cars, but we've done 2Js, 7M, stuff like that. So I think it'll be pretty easy. The engines are basically the same size, same pickup, same everything. So it should feel just like installing a 7M in one of these, except significantly cooler because that engine looks way better. But that being said, Will is reusing the clutch that he got with the car when he bought it. We have an R154, a stock 5-speed transmission for these turbo cars. So that will install just like normal. We don't need any adapter plates. We don't need any special transmission mounts or anything like that.
No bullshit. Yeah. Factory stuff. I'm excited for this.
Absolutely. Yeah, trying to keep it as original to the car as possible, except with a 1JZ instead of a 7M. So that being said, I think it's time to get this thing up in the air, quit talking, and get to work. Right?
Let's go.
Hell yeah. Okay, we got the engine ready to go. So, a few things to keep in mind when putting a flywheel on a JZ engine. This goes for 1Js or 2Js. I probably won't be able to show you on camera, but these bolts pass all the way through the back of the crankshaft. So you need to either use Loctite or some thread sealant or something on these bolts so that you don't leak oil past the bolt and then get your clutch all oily and then it slips and you've just destroyed your new clutch. So we're gonna go ahead and use red Loctite, get those Loctited in. We're gonna use the ARP material on the back of the head of the bolt to make sure that it torques properly. And you wanna torque these to, I wanted to say like 76 foot-pounds or something. Let me verify. 75 foot-pounds is going to be the target number that we're looking for these flywheel bolts. Pretty simple, kind of put them on like a wheel, don't go around, go in a star pattern, make sure you're torquing them correctly. Some of them will have like torque to this and then spin another 90 degrees, blah, 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 blah. Follow the specifications by the manufacturer. If you're using OEM, use the OEM torque spec. If you're using ARP like us, follow the ARP torque spec. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and clean up our flywheel, get everything nice and clean, get our bolts taken out, get some Loctite put on them, and we should just be able to throw this together. Right?
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, for a used clutch and flywheel, not bad. All right, we got our flywheel bolts on. We're gonna tighten them up by hand and 75 foot-pounds in a star pattern. All right.
Yes, sir, star pattern.
A star pattern, very important.
If this was flat rate, we just use an impact.
Absolutely, yeah, time is money. Don't do that. cruising right along. So we got our flywheel on, everything's torqued. We use some paint marker here. When we go to take this apart later, if some of these lines have shifted or moved, we know that these weren't installed correctly, and it's kind of just for peace of mind kind of idea.
To know when we take it apart.
Yeah.
Should be good.
Yeah, should be just fine. We followed all the correct sequences. We got them torqued to the right spec. We used the right lubricant. We used the right thread sealer, so we should be good. And it's always recommended to use red thread sealer. Basically anything that spins, especially something that spins at a high rate of speed, that has as much mass as a flywheel, I would red Loctite that shit, because you do not want that bastard coming loose. It would be a bad day. So our next step here is to get our clutch disc and cover put on. It's basically the same idea, right? Go in a star pattern, make sure you're not going in a circle. Follow your goddamn torque specs from whatever the manufacturer recommends. I think in this case we are using OEM hardware for the clutch cover itself. So we're gonna want to make sure that we're using that torque spec and not the ARP torque spec. Pay attention and you won't get hurt. But it's pretty easy. We probably should have replaced this pilot bearing, but we didn't do it. It spins nice, it's not making any crunchy noises, so I think we're good there. But we're gonna go ahead and clean some stuff up real quick and then move right along, get this clutch in. Next up is the transmission. Be ready to put this damn thing in the car. We may have neglected to remember that we need an alignment tool. Luckily, I got one at my garage, so we're just going to do a quick run and go grab that damn thing, and then we actually might need to pick up clutch cover bolts as well. Struggling to find the ones that we were using before, so we'll be right back. Right, Will?
Yes, sir.
I'm always looking for confirmation.
Luckily, we have a guy at O'Reilly's.
That's me. Kinda. That's 2 days a week, me. Haha! Just kidding, we found the bolts. Still need an alignment tool, but we found the bolts. God damn it.
Let's push this.
Hey, if everything goes right, you're just on borrowed time until something goes wrong. It's gonna happen. Just accept it. Accept it and move on. Or, as Mikey would say, lower your expectations until they meet the sad reality of your car. I should be helping. But yeah, we'll be back. And we're back, and with the right tools. So, with this little damn thing, we can get the rest of the clutch put together. And we found bolts, we found our torque specs, so ain't nothing to it but to do it. That's gonna stick in here. Let's find our pilot bearing. Yoink. Now we're nice and centered. Go ahead and throw our pressure plate on, torque that bad daddy down, and we're off to the races, so to speak. Get her on your dowels. I'll spin her this way a little bit. Wait, pull that off real quick. What? What's missing? I see no dowels. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Should probably get dowels, but it's fine.
I think we should get that.
Okay, maybe it's not fine. We should definitely have dowels. We're gonna run to the old Menards real quick and hopefully find ourselves some dowels for this flywheel. And I'm hoping I'm not just tripping and like the 1J doesn't have dowels, but it's got dowels. It's for sure supposed to be dowels. Huh, well, we'll find out. Oh. Look at me being a dumbass. Ah! Huh! Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's all part of the process. To the dowel store. What? The manual roller?
That's correct.
Yeah.
35 miles to the gallon.
Goddamn. Shot it. It's Easter, isn't it?
That's what it is. It's not Sunday, it's Easter.
God damn it! Well, that might be a wrap. I feel like it is probably a smart idea to use dowels on this flywheel. So that might be a wrap for the day, which is fine. You always got next weekend. That sucks. We could run to my house, see if that other flywheel's got dowels in it.
Yeah,
Let's do it. Maybe the parts bin will come through. Here's hoping. All right, I think we got lucky. So I had this old W58 flywheel laying around. Obviously this damn thing is junk, but it does have good dowels in it, and they are actually the size that we need. So what we did, we went ahead and we popped the ring gear off of this flywheel by basically just hitting it with a hammer. And now you can see the dowels actually go through this flywheel. So if we take our handy dandy little punch here, we get it right on here. Take this hammer, pop that damn thing right out. It's Easter Sunday and we got dowels.
All right, let's go. Dowels.
Dowels.
Let's get back to it.
Junk flywheel. If anyone wants a W58 flywheel with no ring gear on it, let your boy know. God damn it, I keep putting my camera in the wrong setting. When we got back, we got the dowels. The dowels are in the flywheel. The clutch cover is installed. The clutch disc is in. Everything is looking good. So we go ahead and torque these fasteners and we can throw this transmission on. And I still feel like an idiot for losing that footage, but just imagine us tapping some dowels into the flywheel and not missing one and hitting the flywheel surface. It's fine. So all we gotta do is torque these fasteners and our clutch is good to go. Super happy we were able to find those dowels. That would have
That would have set us back.
that would have sucked. It would have turned it from a this weekend thing to a next weekend thing. But we're good, we're solid, we're looking good. Kyle's happy, Will's happy, and the clutch is happy. So how about that?
Still making progress.
Yeah. Time to look up some torque specs on our old Google, because our book doesn't have them, and in the common words of Kyle, I go from there. Sorry, I'm running out of creativity.
I think on my 2JZ one time, like, I was torquing the flywheel bolts and like I stripped half of the threads and half the holes.
Oh shit. Let's hopefully not do that on this one, but nothing like getting your torque specs on Google AI, huh? It's crazy how much conflicting information there is for clutch cover torque spec. Ultimately, we're going with 35. That might be a little too much, but I think we're gonna be solid. I'm gonna go hold this crank so it stops spinning. Yeah, I'm locked. All right, I definitely can't film and do this at the same time, so. And there it is. Clutch is installed. So now we work our way onto this transmission. One thing that I learned when taking it apart is that we gotta put the transmission on first, then put the clutch fork in. Put this bad daddy in. Tried to take it out with that still in it. Just yank it on the transmission, and it wasn't coming out because that slides on this hub, and then it goes to like a little hook inside of the transmission in here, right here. So if you don't take that out first, it just binds it. So Will and I'll muscle this damn thing together. Ready? YouTube magic. There it is. We got an installed transmission. Jeez. Yeah, you guys definitely didn't need to see a struggle with that. Really, the key with these damn things, you just gotta get them and just shake the piss out of them. Really work them back and forth. Once you find the pilot bearing with the input shaft of the trans, usually pretty easy from there. A tip, a lot of people will like file down the edges of the dowels to kind of help them locate themselves a little better. We did not do that. That could have been why it was a little harder to get in. It's just there's some corrosion built up on the dowels, makes them so they don't fit super well, blah, 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 blah. You know the story, so. All right, we have an assembled drivetrain. Engine and transmission are together. Now, the Herculean task of getting this installed. Tip, if you have a load leveler, I don't even know if you can see this on camera right now, but if you have a leveler that will allow you to kind of the transmission, boy will it help. And I'm just now noticing that I didn't put the dead cat on my camera. So if the audio quality sucks, f you. All right, so we're changing our plan up a little bit. Got a little bit of a limp engine crane. It's missing a caster. We don't want to move the engine crane because we have it where it's not going to fall over. So what our plan is we're going to actually move the car forward and under the engine to drop it in. That way, we don't have to risk dropping this thing on its ass. So we're going to move some stuff around real quick, get the car slid forward, and see where we get it. I'm hopeful.
What kind of power steering fluid are you supposed to put in?
sucks. Yeah, they were striking out today. I think the car is a little too low, along with engine crane maneuverability is a little bad, and it's just dark, hard to see. So I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna pull this back out. We're gonna rip this front bumper off, and we're gonna get some better lighting, and I'd probably maybe raise the coils or do something to pull the car up a little bit. We're gonna sleep on it, figure it out. I'm upset that this is beating me right now. Can't win them all. So, get to go home defeated today. But we will be back very soon. Actually, we'll be back right now. So, it has definitely not been a week since we were here last and failed at our last attempt, but we're looking good today. We got ourselves a new engine hoist. This one actually has all 4 wheels on it, so the engine itself is now mobile, unlike before where we had that very, very sketchy setup. And I'm very glad that is not what we're using, but we also went ahead and took the front crash structure off the front of the car in efforts to help get the actual hoist itself closer to the car. And you'll notice there's a longer boom arm on this one as well. So we should have a lot more room to play with, a lot more room to kind of move this engine around and get it to where we need to be, and it should help us put the engine in. I think part of the issue we were running into with the shorter boom arm is when we were adjusting the leveler pulled itself this way to get the engine to level out, and that was actually pulling the entire assembly forward. And we were like an inch off of getting the mounts onto these cradles in here on the subframe. So I'm hoping that that's gonna be all the difference with being able to get it closer to the car and having a longer boom arm, which means we have more adjustment to play with in our leveler and everything. And we've got Tom. So an extra set of hands is gonna make all the difference. So we're gonna give this another shot, and hopefully this goes better this time. So we will see you guys hopefully with an engine in this car. All right, we're thinking this is gonna be the key. I got the car jacked up, got a little bit more room in front of it. Redemption number 2, right? Absolutely. Those automatic levelers would be real nice right about now. I've seen people like weld these nuts in the back of them and just an impact on it.
Gotta hate for that.
You know what I mean?
Fail.
Whole engine fall on your core support.
Oh boy.
Then you'd be doing some body work, huh, Tom?
Oh yeah.
You'd be going to the doctor. Pull up.
I don't, honestly with this, at this point, let's get it level and see where we end up. To be honest, I would say go till we're almost at the right depth. Right there.
Yeah, left hand now, yeah.
Stranger in the engine drift. I don't wish this on anybody. Holy bro, this side is so close. I really think if you just kept going down, it's gonna almost fall perfectly onto this end.
How you feeling about this?
It's gone easier in the past, for sure. I'm questioning a few things, but ultimately still fairly confident. Oh man, that's good. That's good. Drop it. Drop the engine. All the way in. There. Engine's in. That hurt. Look at.
Sweet.
Ah! And there we have it. An assembled-ish car. Engine and transmission is finally in. Everything is bolted down. We are having a little bit of issues with that front driver's side motor mount. It's like the stud is spinning inside the mount, so we may need to just like lift it up quick, replace that mount. But all is looking good. We're gonna spend the rest of the day just kind of plugging some stuff in, testing this harness, testing the ECU. Obviously nothing that you guys wanna watch. We probably won't put any of that stuff on camera, but just to make sure that all the electronics work and everything looks good there. But super happy with the progress that we made, and it's definitely didn't take over a week to do, but we're there. So now we're just on to all those little things that I was talking about. So that's probably gonna do it for this video. If you guys liked what you saw, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. We'll see y'all next time.